Why do systems lead to defined results and not random results? See, to me, this is another hallmark of a system, that it is creating defined results. That this is the purpose of a system, to actually give you those defined results. You see, if you want any results, then you can do whatever you want and out will come any particular thing. It's not really clear. It's a bit like going to Alice in Wonderland and the Cheshire Cat asks Alice, well, where are you going? And she says, I'm not going, I don't know where I'm going. So he says, well, it doesn't really matter which path you take. And that is a little bit like not knowing what results you want from your system. If you don't know the results, then it does not really matter what actions you take because it could give you anything. Now, there's not to say that there is no value in experimentation, that you could just test out various actions and see what happens. But that is a little bit different than probably what you want in business, which is if you know what you want and those results are clear and they are defined, then you can now start to build the system. Now, this all builds over the last 2 episodes where we first of all looked at the definition of a system, which was a system is a repeatable set of tracked actions that create defined results. Repeatable tracked actions that create defined results. So we had a look at the repeatability yesterday, and today I was thinking about another example that came up. If you have read the E-Myth, and there is a spoiler here if you haven't, then you'll remember the visit to the most excellent hotel. And in that, he was curious as to how they were getting such great results. And he spoke to the maid that makes up the room. And in that, the maid showed 8 copies of the cleaning protocols. 8 copies. A repeatable system. That same system that was applied to every room, but because it was repeatable, it meant that it could be done for each room separately. Now, it also gave the ability for tracking and it gave the actions, but I want to leave those for the next 2 episodes. And instead, let's focus on this idea of defined results. You see, as I was saying before, if you don't know what you want, then it doesn't really matter what actions you take. But if you have in mind the requirement for particular results, and almost certainly you do, you're going to need to know the results that you want in your sales funnels, the results that you want from your advertising, from your fulfillment, from your customer experience, from how you hire your teams, how you run your teams, how you manage your accounting, how you manage your legal and insurance games, and how you manage your profits. All of these are, in fact, defined results. And your ability to get your systems to do these and produce these results will directly affect how much time you have to spend in your business, how much time your team spends correcting errors and making mistakes and having to fix things up and put out fires. But when you know the results that you want, this enables you to at least set the target for your systems. Your systems will be executed. You can run them or your teams run them, and then you look at those results and compare them to the defined results that they're meant to do. You see, when you have a working system, you will take an action and then an action and then an action, and out of those actions will come results. If you take the same actions each time, then within a high degree of certainty, you will get defined results that come from those actions. If you skip actions, if you do them in the wrong order, or you do them in the wrong time frame, then you will not get the results that you are after. You will get something else. Now, some systems have a lot more tolerability than others. You can do steps out of order and still have the defined result. But some systems are not like this. Some require accuracy, they require time frames, and they require everything to be done in order to give those defined results. It's a little like that assembly line from the Model Ts. If you just took out a step, any particular step, then you will not end up with a Model T. You'll almost have a Model T, but you will not. It will be missing something. It's missing the left door. It's missing the windscreen, or it's missing the steering wheel, depending on which step got skipped. This is not what you want. This now no longer is a defined result. It's very close, but it is not the defined result of that system. When all of the steps are done, then you get the defined results. And when you see this, when you see that much of your business is just action, 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 taken in the correct order, in the correct time frames, without skipping steps, then you'll begin to understand the power of systems to get you what you want. If you do not do this, then you will be relatively inefficient compared to a business that does. You will have to fix errors. You will come through to results that are not the defined results. You'll be surprised. You'll be like, oh, why didn't that work? But because you have not understand the essential nature of a system, that the system's purpose is to create those defined results, and it either does that or it does not. Once you understand this, then you can start to build in the final tracking pieces and the final process maps that make up the actions in order to get your systems to work. That's all I got for you today. I'm excited for where all this system stuff is going. Not so much in terms of just the nature of systems and the nature of defined results, but its applicability, its usefulness in order to get businesses to be far more effective. And for those, the benefits not just to be for the massive multinationals, but to have the benefits of systems, their effectiveness, their efficiencies to actually be available for small and medium enterprises as well. All right, that's all I got for you today. If you need some help with your system, setting this up, if you're interested in making more money, saving time, being able to run multiple businesses, then head over to systemio.dev. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode as we continue this journey into the power of systems to create results. See you then.